Part 2, Session 8H. Yes, CKNWCA, Color Kingdom, New World Creative Arts. Okay, and we shall continue, y'all. You good old Africans in America, you know, and of the Pan-African diaspora, you know. Yes, indeed. We's and us's are ascendants of Africa. Hello, y'all. Listen up. Pay attention. Okay, this might just strike you kind of odd because we are going odd. Go odd. Sun God deity. See what I mean? And that's spelled capital SUNGODD. So you got to get off into these linguistics, you know, terminology and artistic expressions, which are my Afrionics and Afribex of the enhanced, elevated English language wordings of wisdom. Yes, indeed. Albeit, this is Africa Rambies, and I'll be rambling, buzzing, and beezing, jumping from one creative concept to the next, wherever the fragrant flower blossoms are blooming and their buds are so beautiful. That's the direction I shall go. All right? Now, let me say something kind of funny, you know. It was one of my semi-antagonistic adversaries who said, that brother from outer space, and then another motor mouth calling himself motivating and uplifting your conscious level. You know, you never get to the top of the pyramid. Every talk show that comes on saying, oh, we're going to the next level, you know, you never stop climbing. You never arrive. And he once said that long-winded, I'm not going to call my name, but he said it in an adverse, you know, antagonistic way, talking about, I'm trying to bring down Harambe. I'm not trying to bring down anybody. But since he said that, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you put that kind of negative stuff out there in the image world, then it is of the ethereal realm that be. And it comes back to you because I am an artist. I'll never let you forget it. I'll keep shining sun God's light. You know, I mean, love, life, light, logs right in your black face. If you want to be all black, so be it. Okay, no problem. But when you try to put me down, all I'm going to do is lift myself up even higher. I take all negatives and not only convert them creatively, I invert them. That's why I have a universal, universal, real vision. Yes, that's a real life vision. You cannot win. You're always going to be a loser. And I'm going to keep hunting you down with the highest heavens, Holy Ghost Spirit of truth, powered knowledge, know-how. You know, it's very unfortunate that some of these false brothers and sisters, I mean, wannabe black leaders, you know, some of them have been on these addictive drugs, you know, this crack, rock, cocaine that the CIA and the United States government funded and sponsored and flooded the inner city, urban, African American communities and neighborhoods with this toxin and poison. You know, they got on it. You know, it has to be something wrong with a person's mind in the first place to ever be tempted enough to get on any one of those drugs, cocaine, heroin, meth, or any kind of narcotic, legal or illegal, pharmaceutical or not. You know, and being a grown-up, a person who have had certain experiences, we're told repeatedly, yet they go ahead on and violate their bodies, their minds, their hearts and their spirits and their souls. Then they want to come back later on after being an alcoholic, doing all of this drinking and partying at clubs and parties at home and all of that stuff. You know, your Hennessy, you know, your Tone Moore, Wild Turkey, you know what I'm talking, Chevy's Regal, all of that good stuff like that, whatever. You know, they didn't know how to drink socially. They went overboard. It was always one too many drinks. They got intoxicated, not a little tipsy. You know, and then they'll come back and try to criticize and castigate against those like myself who do not drink, never consider taking one of those drugs. They were all around me. I came up in the 1960s also. The old school music, soul music, baby. What's up? You see what I'm talking about? I went all around the world through the Vietnam era too. You know, I know all about the grass, the gunji, the weed, and all of that kind of stuff. It never fazed me to take that crap. That's where I have a clear head. My brains are clear. So when they hear people like me talk, they think it's something wrong with me. When, you know, I'll always throw this around. You know, I know it's not true. You know, I'm wrong when I say it. But I do it for spite. Once a junkie, always a junkie. See, but I know that's not necessarily so. I do that to hit a person below the belt in the kidney. I don't fight fair. You know what I'm saying? I cold cock a big son of a gun talking about his martial arts and all of that stuff. Man, come on. I hit you with a billy club from behind you. You ain't got no chance to defend yourself. You mess with me. Fool. See, they're foolish when they get on radio, on their talk shows, talking all that egotistical stuff. You don't want to make enemies with the wrong person, big or small. Okay, now listen up, y'all, because this is something that you could disagree with if you're all black. You know, too black, baby. Come on, I'm going to show you how to be of the blacks, the blues, the browns, the pinks, and the whites, because that's who we truly are. Okay, next, I want you guys to hear this. In operational order to be an honest, honorable African in America, and as an Africardian of Africa's ascendance, artistry, and ancestry, you and I are commanded to tell the complete story. You know, the full-fledged, financed truth to the best of our abilities and knowledge. All right? That's a mandatory must do. Hello. Also, I want you guys to understand that we cannot be so crucially critical of others with fair skin, light complected. You know what I'm talking about? Because they are albino. They are Africardians too. All right? And their very indigenous natures testify unto themselves. So when you come online on these talk radio shows talking about all black, you are not going to receive that ritual rite of passage. You cannot ever receive that divinely decreed pass, because it is of top secrecy. It is spiritual and sacred, because it knows who it created. You know, you cannot deceive our conscious, conscience, cosmic creator, because of your politics. You see what I mean? You were pre-programmed to think in these intolerant, prejudice, prejudgment, bias, and bigoted ways that are bogus. You see? I'm here doing a true up. You see? I'm putting things to rule, to a ruler. I am putting the weights on a scale so I can balance things out and get that dynamic equilibrium, biological balance, where we are all considered of the humankind species. You can say race if you want to. If you're running somewhere to catch up with something, you know, the raw, rich royalties, you know, they're rare and they're resourceful, hurry up and do so. But when you start excluding other members that belong to our Africardian family, and they are indigenous, inhabiting Indians, Afrindians, who became Afrindians, you are being what is called anti-Africa. You have been miseducated, indoctrinated, encrypted. Who says that? I'll tell you who said it. Dr. Delbert Blair said it. He always talking about encrypted. All he needs to do is to take some of this dip. Yeah, brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, man, it's kind of funny, you know. These Negroes are encrypted, man. Dr. Delbert Blair's right. You know, listen up, brothers and sisters. You know, my main thing is the Honorable Mosiah Marcus Garvey. Okay, y'all, thank you very kindly.
Yeah, and that is so true. They are encrypted. Dr. Delbert Blair is absolutely correct.
Sí, seguro, mi amigo Dr. Delbert Blair is absolutely right. They are pendejo. They are burro, senor.
What's up, man? You know, they're encrypted. You know, there's some of that bangs and rides. Dr. Delbert Blair's right, man. What's up?
Yeah, you doggone right. I'm telling you something, they are encrypted, and they're gonna go all the way down and walk the Green Mile. I'm telling you, I said that.
Yeah, thank y'all. You know, you're all correct. I appreciate your input. You know, everybody have an equal opportunity to full-fledged, financed freedom of artistic expression. And we are all walking the Green Mile. You know what I'm talking about? And it is incumbent upon me, myself, I am the original creative artist, CHD, to take on all of the good and the bad, the positive and the negative. Okay? And I am converting it over and inverting it over to something that is positively productive. And I'm giving it back out to y'all right now today. So you are being better, beneficially blessed. Yes, you can believe that, and you can think that, and you can also choose to know that. Now, next, y'all are commanded, literally ordered by Color Kingdom New World Creative Arts Comforter Commander-Chief to go to my website and download the digital art projects, the specimen, the species, you know what I'm talking about, and arm yourselves with the glory, the power. And I want you guys to stay in tune because I have more to talk about, as usual. That long-winded guy from outer space. Hello, y'all. Thank you very kindly. I am the King